person without status. A rejected member of society. A being with no place in our world. No place in our world. Alone.
Goodness gracious, everybody. Okay, so this is like sort of a test, sort of not. Hopefully, what's it called? Hopefully it goes well. I'm not gonna lie. So this is my first time I am actually streaming on both platforms at the moment. I kind of need to change up this. This is just pretty much saying that I was on YouTube, but I'm not. I'm actually live. What? Hi, man. Yo, what's up, Potter Clotter? How's it going? Live? Yeah. It's been a minute. How are you? Sorry, I'm like all up in this like title, but it's been a while. How are you? Happy 2021. Life is the same. Let's not like kid ourselves. Live? YouTube and Twitch money. Yeah, there you go. Cool. So yeah, welcome back, Potter Clotter. It's been a minute. Where the hell have you been? You like to disappear and come back randomly, but hey, it's always good to see some familiar names. Always appreciate the support. What's new in life? So many things is going on in the world, and that's why I'm doing more podcasts. And yeah, I'm doing the YouTube thing as well. Hopefully the stream goes well. This is actually my first podcast with both streams. Typically I was gonna do this like on and off thing where I was gonna be like, okay, maybe do this thing first, or like maybe do this one day and the other day, that type of shit. But like I said, hopefully this does well. If so, I can kind of start this one thing I've been wanting, or this one system, lack for a better term. I see this like one podcaster, he does like a little bit of YouTube and then he has like extra content on another thing, and then you have to pay for that and that subscription and all that. So I think that'd be like the route I would like to go. So, I can't be like can't cuss that much, yada yada yada, YouTube censorships and all that jazz. But yeah, new year, new stuff. I'm doing surprisingly old considering the whole well and everything. There you go. I'm following the space my annoying ass presidents out so people don't hate me as much strategy. For sure. If you believe that works for you, go ahead. It's a free country. But yes, this is the beginning. So this is for those that are on YouTube, and I doubt there's anyone. Still getting my feet wet out there. This is my second podcast, second live stream for YouTube. So if you're out there, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell, all that good stuff. We're gonna talk about the world, but like I was telling Potter, it's a free country. Do what you want to do, but let's get it. Let's get it out there. Let's not be like so aggressive against one another. Can we just all, I'm not gonna say we all should just like hold hands and all that, rainbow and happy-go-lucky, ignorant type of stuff. But you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to like work it all out. You know what I'm saying? We can't come at each other like, you know what? I mean, honestly, yeah, maybe that's the way. Maybe we succeed from each other. You know what? We just go like, F off to your side of the new world and shit like that. Maybe that's how it's gonna be. But you know what I'm saying? I'm here to work it out, to coexist, because I honestly don't care what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're not, threatening me, my family, my friends, then we cool. You know what I'm saying? If you're not like some creep, trying to like manipulate like younger people or weaker mentally people than you, then like, you know what I'm saying? Like something's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, live your life. You know what I'm saying? I want to get, I'm glad that I am doing a stream today rather than like kind of do it like every day, because things happen. Things like, you kind of have to like sit on some information and kind of like collect your thoughts on like what how, like, how to present it and all that. And at least with the new world, like, with me doing the news every day, I'll probably just be like, okay, this might happen, but now we have like an idea. Senate is all Democrats, House is all Democrats, and then there's a president that's all Democrats. So we know what's going on. Do what you want to do. That isn't do I have to say. Yeah, so you already know, like, Joe Biden has like all his plans and all he does, and you know what that's gonna be like. Supposedly on the 14th, he's gonna be like, okay, this is what I'm gonna try to do for my first term, yada yada yada. My thing is to get along, try to keep ahead of the curve, I guess. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, so I had to say that, because if I just said one, you're gonna be, oh, he's the other. Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Shut up. Y'all just trying to cause some like animosity. Like some of y'all, just because y'all not working and throwing shade at like random ass people, y'all just getting cooped up and trying to like start some shit. Y'all gotta like chill the fuck out. Like real talk. Like some people are crazy, y'all. Like, how are we degenerating as like human beings where we're like always like resorting to violence? That's nutty. It's nutty. You should only really use it if you're like have to defend your life. But other than that, we can talk it out. But nah, a lot of people just like, nah, they just bloodthirsty for no damn reason, y'all. Stupid people too. Uneducated, not even like hearing, not even trying to discuss anything. They just run by emotion. But yeah, this is what I started the podcast for. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, stay ahead of the curve. All this like silly things is like really silly. It's just like the small picture, in my opinion. Some people can't even like take care of themselves, but they'll like virtue signal, like die hard. But yeah, where do we go? Where do we go from here? At least for me, I got my investments. I kind of see where, maybe where like the economy and all that can go. I honestly think that this idea of a one world government and like a one cash, at least if anything, like a one cash might be like a thing. Who knows? Bitcoin's like surging. All those like cryptocurrencies kind of like getting steam. You also gotta think about like, other than like the US and maybe like some European countries, like who else is gonna be like really on that cryptocurrency? Even if it gets to like, $1 million per Bitcoin, I think that like the money, that's just one, like the dollar bill is just like inflated to hell. But I'm curious with like how social media is treating everything at the moment. I wonder if like even more like censorship will be out there. Like who will get it? Well, everything that like, these tech companies just like don't agree upon is just like fake news.
Let me see again. Let me see again.
There you go. Yeah, honestly, like just gotta keep to your. I won't say not keep to yourself, but you gotta like just. People just gotta do themselves. You know what I'm saying? Not let like all this other energy like affect them. You know. But I would honestly be my like. I know I'm like jumping around because at least for Joe Biden shit, like we know what he's gonna go, what he's gonna do. He wants to do like the Green New Deal. He wants to give everyone at least stimulus. Who knows? Maybe like it might be monthly. That'd be nuts. I wouldn't mind that at all, yo. But with all this like hostility growing, like coming about, and if people don't like truly just like, okay, I don't know, is it like because of the quarantine people have like nothing better to do, so they just have their eye more on like the media, and everything will kind of like no one will really give a fuck anymore like once they're all working again. But yeah, with all this like growing hostility, will there be like a secession? Or do we need to like adopt like a third party or something? Of course, free money would be sweet. It's free, right? But you gotta know the consequences for that, of course. It's printed money. But, you know what I'm saying? Just kick that can down the road, Just let all the younger folk generations just like care about that. Nah. But yeah, with all this like, insurrection, and at least I saw the little hashtag like Civil War 2021. What is gonna come down to? I doubt anyone's really gonna be like, yo, let's get our guns and let's go like just take some people out real quick. But it's starting to happen. I mean, isn't like AOC and like a lot of like Democratic senators at the moment like making like a Republican list and being like, yo, these people are treasonous, like charge them with treason. Like I know this one dude, I heard like his name like Linwood or something. So something about like, yo, force Pence to resign and charge him with treason. Now, like the thing with treason or charging someone with treason is that the penalty for it is death. Man, I just want to grill. Why is life like this? That's just how it would be. Especially for younger folk. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just young-blooded. Y'all just want to hump anything that's like in sight. But I thought you were into the guys. Could be wrong. I don't know. You've changed probably from the last time I saw you. So, but that was just a grill. But yeah, and there's like a new PogChamp where what is it like? It's a new PogChamp like every month. They're gonna like rotate it. But yeah, interesting world, yo. I don't care for like Donald Trump, but to have like tech be able to censor at least someone of that power or with that much power, like as the president or influence, I don't know. I mean, sure, it's the president, doesn't need access to like Twitter. But it's just like, yeah, like who won't get it? Like, will there? I mean, it's just, yeah. Honestly, Biden has to not say say something that Twitter don't like, or you know, he's gonna get banned. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. I heard there's also like what's it called? I think it's actually kind of an exciting time to be in politics in a way. Well, not in politics, but to have like an ear to it. Because yeah, like the younger folk or like the older folk, like I think everyone's kind of like agreeing like, yo, there should be like term limits or something like that. I definitely would like to see that change. You know what I'm saying? Get some of these like career politicians out of there, not be there since like the 40s. Or not since the 40s, but you know, they're born in the 40s. But yeah.
I'm just calling to say
And with that, I wonder what. Yeah, I truly wonder what legislation and all that would like be enacted. New PogChamp daily. Oh, okay, so it's daily. Okay. Neat. Yeah, I knew it was like ever changing. But I thought it was monthly. I think it would have been nice monthly. Only like 12 people of the year, but daily? Like, damn. I'm sure they can reuse a lot of people. He was too soon senile for Twitter anyway. Yeah. Of course. But I mean, could have just had, you know what I'm saying? Biden could have just had someone just like, yo, I'm gonna tweet real quick, and then, I think it'd just be funny. Some of the tweets are actually just like gibberish, and the guy can't say no because like he can't say no to the president, right? And he just like run puts out this like gibberish ass shit. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Biden's not gonna make it. That's my feeling. You know, I don't normally wish death on anybody, and you like shouldn't. But Joe Biden, I don't want him to die, but like he seems on his like last legs, yo. Like I feel like if he doesn't, like, you know, what I'm trying to get at is that he's not gonna be president for 1 year. You know, I feel like somewhere he might have to bow out. Like maybe he might get the coronavirus, you know, quote unquote, get it, and then like he's just be like, you know what, I'm just too sick. I'm gonna have to pass it on to Kamala. Her and I have like spoken about what we want. But we all know that's not true. We all know it's all for Kamala. I wish I was able to warn 15-year-old me to not watch that one video essay that radicalized me. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna change to what? To world? Sure, Jan. Okay. Whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Well, if I were to tell honestly, I think I did bring this up before, but I definitely wish that the knowledge that I have now, I could have, like, you know, I definitely wish I had it when I was younger, for sure. Yeah, interesting how, I guess, like, what videos or what, like, you know, it's probably like a good way to get someone to be like radicalized, I guess, on the internet. Cause yeah, I guess I would say the same thing too. I watched this one video and I was just like, really? It's called like Zeitgeist. The first one, it was called Zeitgeist. It talked about like how like Jesus Christ is like the most said story of like, you know, of like our, you know, history or whatnot. Yo, what's up, Galileo? How's it going? Getting out though. Whoa. Yeah. Wow. That's Zeitgeist. It is wow. But yeah, interesting. You know, talked about, you know, how Christianity, it's not like fake, but the story is like plagiarized. Oh yeah, they're saying like Jesus Christ's story is like the most plagiarized like religious story. And then it like talked about how 9/11 was an inside job, and then like I think the third one was just like the future or some shit. Like, oh, I think it was like the how we can cure finite like food and whatnot. Oh, videos. But yo, how's it going, Galium? Let me know if anything like kind of, you know, goes astray. I can lack for a better term. Everything goes wiry. Cause yeah, I'm like double streaming. So for some reason, I never just clicked on both broadcasts. Cause for XSplit, you know, there's literally a broadcast like tab. It goes down, or, you know, it unfolds, and then you see like both both outputs. I just never clicked on both of them, so I'm actually streaming on YouTube at the same time. Crazy. But shout outs to everybody on YouTube if you're out there. Yo, I appreciate it. Hey, Gleo's out there. Yo, there he is. You got the Twitch emotes and the YouTube emotes. Yeah, I need to get this. I actually would like to get more subscribers on YouTube, because I think there's like a threshold, or not threshold, but there's a there's a number of subscribers that you need to change up your URL. And at the, I was on YouTube when you could just do that for free. It didn't need like subscription or anything like that. But it's totally not the same as all my other ones. All my other handles for social media. It just irks me. But yo, how are you doing, Gilliam? How's your Saturday? Hopefully it's going well. You already know, hitting it off with another podcast. Trying to get more into it. Trying to see what's up with the world. We kind of have some focus, like I was mentioning earlier, because, you know, as of what, the 6th or something like that, you know, Democrats own everything. Yeah, W's everywhere. It was pretty much like a blue sweep, pretty much, or yeah, just a blue sweep of like all of the federal government. They got the presidency, they got the Senate, and they got the House now. So pretty dope. Congrats to the Democrats. Definitely, it was nice to hear that, at least for me, because I've been hearing them talk, and it's like, if we get Democrats in the Senate, or a majority, blah blah blah, like we'll get 2,000 tricks right away, blah blah blah, because it's the Republicans' fault. I'm like, all right, give me that money, yo. So we'll see what's up with that. I heard, what's it, on the 16th, I believe? Oh, no, 14th. I heard that on the 14th, Joe Biden's gonna give out like some fat speech, just like detailing what he's gonna be try to do with everything, you know, economic wise, and for his presidency. Not much. I got one more week before my semester starts. Oh snap. Dang, I don't know. I felt like it was just yesterday when you're just like, yo, I'm finally done, stress free from all these like finals and all that. But damn, dude, sorry to hear that. I mean, well, it's probably not that bad. Maybe you're excited for the new semester, but Yeah, seems so soon. At least this semester will be fun. Hey, there you go. If not, as you know, if not fun, at least hopefully less stressful. But hey, that's dope. I got 5 classes that I'm actually interested in. Hey, there you go. And dang, 5 classes out of what, 5 or out of 10? That's funny. But yeah, what classes are they? I am curious. Let me know. But out of 7, that is a lot of classes. But you got it. I'm sure that's not too much of a. I'm sure you're like used to like a load like that. But I don't know why I was on that screen for like the longest. Yeah, dark techno music. Eee. Parlor. I should have got it before it went away. Saw this. I was curious. Do. They're all computer science stuff, honestly. Could be 6. I'm good at math, but I'm just too lazy. Well, I mean, wait, what do you mean it could be 6? Like 6 classes? Because that second portion, I'm good at math, but I'm just too lazy. What does that mean? You're dropping a class? I'm lost. 6 is math. Oh, you got 6 classes that you're probably actually interested in or something. I get it. But hey, computer science stuff. Oh dang, dude. Don't hack my computer now. I need to get like a firewall. And I don't know. Some more defense. Okay. What is this? They're talking about 2 galactic mushroom clouds. Why should this be news? I don't know. Fuck this. I don't care about that. What I care about is politics. Not really. But yeah, like I was mentioning, could what's coming up with like society and like however you think, like, do you think like a secession might work? Like if we just had 2 different like North Americas? How would you, whatever, two other nations, 2 other countries that were formerly the United States. I've been hearing like talk that something like that might not be like the bestest of things, just because like at least in the past, like people would just, you know, or whatever, both sides just were just always like hostile, and they like were always trying to take over. At least in like their, at least when I was hearing an explanation from like Tim Pool and like his like, you know, little round table of like speakers and whatnot, they're like explaining that like, yeah, typically like when a smaller state gets out of like a bigger union or whatnot, usually that union's still like tries to eat, tries to pretty much conquer that land and take over resources just because they have the might to. Found this cool game called Omori. You should check it out. Psychological horror. Hey, that would be cool. What console? Or is it like PC and any console really? Check out the trailer. Let's do it. Why not? Trailer. Because you said don't worry. I do worry now. Is this like that Doki Doki Literature Club? Where it just starts getting like all twisted and like fucked as it continues. There's only 4 of them now. What happened? Someone died. They're burying the body. This reminds me of Earthbound. I just like the animation, or just like the sprites. Wow, wow, what the hell? Okay. The piano. Okay, that's a good trailer. I like it. Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, I wouldn't say like I don't want to say typical, but it might be like a typical thing now, but you definitely see like the progression get worse and worse. Or not like worse, but like all of a sudden it starts becoming more of like a mind trip. And then you're just like, what's going on? And tries to be like really creepy. But yeah, doesn't seem that bad. They didn't really say what it was coming out for. Maybe for anything really, huh? That could be like on Switch too. Oh, it's Steam. Look at that like to dislike ratio. There you go. Could be inflated. It's all it's the makers. They just made fake accounts just to like it. Just playing. But interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of it. And it seemed like it just came out. Wholesome for now. The 3 Sons of Earthbound. Ah, I still need to play Undertale and like the other one. They love this game. Earthbound plus DDLC. Yeah, it's like it has those vibes. They're called RPG maker games. Now that I think about it, like Microsoft bought it. This game was apparently announced in 2014. Wow. why did it take so long? So I can see why they hyped this up so much since it released 2 weeks ago. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious if announcing it 6 years ago like really gave it a lot of like hype, or like now just like weeks before, because this is like what, a month before it dropped. Yeah, maybe like a month or something. They're just like really rampant with the marketing, but that looks pretty neat. You know what I'm saying? Like, just off the bat, me going like, is it like Tokidoki? Seems like it. It gets progressively twisted. Not trying to like cuss and all that. But yeah, definitely with the RPG, like running around, or at least like, man, even just like how far I guess it is, like the camera angle and all that, it definitely looks like and the sprites as well, definitely looks like an Earthbound type of thing. And some people are even saying that, like at least the three sons, if anything, the children, the keep the game alive. I guess development stuff was worth hey, that's good. I mean, honestly, it's 6 years is long. I don't know. I mean, well, they announced it 2014. Maybe they are like drops 2015. But if it's unfinished, we don't want like a Cyberpunk. But Cyberpunk's way more, bigger, way more budget game than this. Because what did it come from this like program thing or called RPG Maker? Yeah, at least they finished it. Yeah. Yeah, art style is vibrant. I like it. It's not twisted for the sake of being twisted. It actually has a meaning. Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Yeah, definitely. Doki Doki like literature club, kind of just became twisted just to be like twisted. There's a difference between edgy and dark, definitely. So, cool. Yeah, maybe I'll check it out when I can. Still need to play all these other games. Still need to beat Hollow Knight. And I don't know, for some reason I thought I was just gonna breeze through that game, like, because not that is an easy game, but like it didn't have much content. But yeah, it seems like there's a lot you can do in Hollow Knight, which is cool. But yeah, thank you for sharing that. Definitely never heard about it too. So, yeah, I always appreciate people recommending things, because yeah, like I said, I've never heard of it. Would probably never have seen it if you never said anything about it. Do you like story-driven games more? It's okay. It's like at least for how much games cost nowadays, like you want to be satisfied that you spent your money well. You know what I'm saying? Because like I still kind of think of it as a kid as well. Like even though I work and I can literally just be like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna spend my entire check on games and buy like 10 games and all that jazz. 10 or 20 games. I do think of it from like, one person that probably just can't spend that much money frequently, or even just like little kids where it's just like, okay, I have this one game and, I want to put my money's worth into it. So that's why I even like say with some of my reviews where it's like, ooh, if I bought this like when it dropped at full price, my rating might not be as high and all that. But yeah, at least I keep that in mind for like reviewing like games and stuff like that. But what's it called? But definitely for sure, like games that have like a story that's you can get invested in, it's good, and it's all it's the entire package. Like you want like gameplay that that is very immersed in the story, and the story is immersed in the gameplay, so it feels like you're just like watching something really, and then you have to interact here and there, which is the gameplay, to still make it a game. Because like at least for what's it called, Smash Brothers, like World of Light, like it doesn't matter. I mean, it wasn't really a story where every every match in like that game was like a story opened up, but it literally was just matches and matches, and that's why at least for someone like me, I can't binge like World of Light. I have to like, okay, I'm done after playing like 10 of these random random matches. It had a narrative that you can manage, but not a story. Yeah. I mean, you had the route, and yeah, you can imagine like, oh yeah, but it wasn't like any dialogue. Definitely dialogue, character building. It adds more. Definitely for like RPGs, because that's kind of like the mainstay of, or not the mainstay, but like for fighting games, like traditional fighters, before all the 3D like models and stuff like that for fighting games, it could get away without a story, or at least like you get most of the story after the arcade, and it's just like fed to you rather than like an actual like story mode where you like actually like fly through it or something. Not like fly through it, but you see actually what happens in character building and yada yada yada. But at least for like for like the fighting games and whatnot, it was like better in my opinion if developers like added all these like little charming things to those games. So like I said, they can get away with like story, but with other games, like yeah, you might need to add the story. Because I don't know, I feel like tactics, like Final Fantasy Tactics, and like those kind of like games like that, like the story does like make it like, why is it like a tactical type of like thing, Legion type of thing. For like the gameplay, you know what I'm trying to get at. But like definitely for sure, I don't mind playing games like Puyo Puyo Tetris. I mean, it did have a story, like a story mode, but I could play like the Tetris game, like Tetris Royale, or Super Mario Royale. Actually, I've never even played the Super Mario one. I wonder how that is. Have you guys tried that game yet? Just curious. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it. I'm always curious about other people's perspectives on the matter. Like to discuss. What's it called? Yeah, I was talking to my brother because I saw him today. My day was actually pretty nice. Had some family over. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell the authorities out here in California. But yeah, saw my brother today. Celebrated the birthdays of January, because my family like celebrates like 5 of them in the month of January. And we were talking about he was saying he's gonna get like an Oculus Rift, or whatever, like the latest like VR product is from Oculus. And I'm curious as where that's going to be soon. I feel like well, actually I haven't really kept up with like the technology, but I would like to believe, at least like from what I can recall, that the technology is still where probably like the PS4 is at, or like when the PS4 Pro was out, and You know, it was like really pushed for VR around that time. Like I feel like it's still in that stage. Maybe it has like gone better, but like if it has, I'm curious as to how like the haptic or how haptic feedback and all that for the controllers will become, and how VR gaming will become, because that's kind of like the next step in a way, right? Where you're just like fully immersed in the game. You're not just looking at a screen. I mean, you technically are, but screen's closer. Um, but yeah, I want a PS5 really badly. They're saying the haptic feedback for the controllers are like super sweet. So yeah, that would be sweet. There we go. But yeah, I hope it's what's it? I hope it's sweet. I know like my brother is gonna get it for sure. So I hope it's gonna be like, I hope I don't get like really sick from it. But yeah, I could totally see what's it called? At least like future gaming, cuz like isn't like chat VR like really big in like the VR scene or something like that, or VR chat? Wait, I said that right. Uh, yeah, I feel like everyone's just kind of like, it just might be too nice of a thing, you know, like people being able to have an avatar and like walk around. Like I feel like I wouldn't say it's like it's kind of like made for like furries. I'm not saying that, but definitely I feel like that demographic people will be there. Um, Not I've been, let alone a lot of other people as well. Uh, but yeah, will we get to that point where it is where your life on the VR chat is like better than your life in the real world? And people just like just kind of like stay in their virtual worlds, virtual realities. That'd be intense. But I feel like it is gonna be like that. Because just think of it, Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers totally had, um, Smash Brothers totally had that. Where like all the Smashers are considered to be gods. Hmm. Now, like thinking about it, like say, I don't want this to happen, but say like the worst comes to worst, where the coronavirus is like still with us and still with us for a good amount of time. Lockdowns are pretty much a permanent thing. Not a lot of people can go out and about unless you have like, I don't know, all these like licenses or some sort of like pass to get around. Yeah, will we just be forced to like live in this like virtual reality? I'm curious. Back. Hey, welcome back. So yeah, I think this is not too bad at all. I'm looking at like the diagnostics, I guess, of the stream right now, and it says I haven't dropped any frames from any of the streams, so that's pretty good. I am streaming on YouTube at the moment, so for those in YouTube that are watching, shout out to you guys. If you guys like what you're seeing, subscribe, hit that like button, hit the notification bell. Ew, gonna be saying that more. Shout outs to Galeem. Hey, shout outs to you, man. Twitch privilege. I know, right? Twitch privilege, yo. But so I tune in to this one dude. I actually tuned into that one meme guy that was kind of making his rounds like in 2018 or something, or maybe a little earlier than that, where it was the change my mind guy. I figured out what his name was, and I wouldn't say I tune in all the time, but he, at least like what I noticed about his format for his streams is that he's actually streaming, like multi-streaming at the same time on on YouTube and another platform, and then he actually cuts off YouTube at an hour, and then his like subscription like site, yeah, I think the guy's name's Steven Crowder. Yeah, that's his name. I should say I think I know. But yeah, I think his thing is like the Blaze. For sure he's like some conservative. And yeah, he does that. He cuts off YouTube at like an hour, and then he goes on to his like subscription site. So I think I might be doing something very similar. To be honest, from now on, like I'll probably, like, no matter what it be, like gaming and like podcasting, it might be like, yo, I'm gonna be on like YouTube for like an hour, and then if you want to get like the extra stuff, come to like Twitch. But then maybe I might have to make it an all subscription. Try to make my money like that Steven Crowder guy. We'll see. Multi-streaming is nice, opens up for more audience. Definitely for sure. Man, how old is that meme? I don't know. I want to say it's 2018. I don't believe 2017 or 16, because that just sounds a little old. I know it's not too old, but it's like, it's 2 years old. I want to say it's 2 years old, but yeah, definitely for sure. Multi-streaming is nice. It's that old. It probably is. The change my mind meme? I think so. Because like Salt Bay is pretty old too. And I want to say that came out around Salt Bay. Oh, damn. No, it's crazy because like you're really like, damn, is it that old? And when I'm thinking about it, it's like, oh shoot, it's actually 2021. So it's like pretty much 3 years old. Or about to be 3 years old. I'm just like, what are you talking about? It's only 2 years. It's not that bad. But yo, 3, it's getting old now. At least for something like being of relevance and stuff like that. Because I don't think, well, here and there you might see the change my mind again, but it might have changed to like another like, oh, I think it goes to show. I think that's like the new meme. Like some of y'all have never been spanked while in front of your blah blah blah, in front of your friends because you didn't like get your mama like, what she wanted when she yelled at you from the other room, and it goes to show. Like, I think that's the new one. It's not even like change my mind. It is I told you, like whatever I just say, it's fact. Because I know from experience. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take that guy's little streaming, double streaming, multi-streaming thing. We'll see what happens. I mean, he does it just because like YouTube is like, YouTube is how it is with the big techs trying to censor misinformation, or at least what it looks like for conservatives just them. But yeah, I think I might do that. Might be kicking out, or might be saying bye to YouTube sometime soon. Just moving on to Twitch. Might move on to some gaming. I don't know. Wanted to, I would have, I was coming into this confident, thinking I had like a lot to speak upon, but no, not really. Nothing's really changed. Because pretty much simply, we're going to have to wait for what Joe Biden says on the 14th to see where the economy goes, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? I got my investments. So I'm going to definitely it's the 14th, sorry. The 14th he comes up with is I'm going to try to ratify this bill that Donald Trump did, and I'm going to try to do this and try to do that. Because I've been hearing talks that Joe Biden wants America to be I want to say fossil fuel free by 2035. So it's going to be interesting. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how that plays out. Definitely, for sure, there are many states out there that that's kind of their way of income. They get then ship out natural gas or whatever, unrefined natural gas, to get refined in other places to heat up homes across the nation. We'll see what's up. But I think that's it for YouTube. Bye YouTube. Hopefully all y'all out there will appreciate this random video. Second stream. This is pretty much like a little test stream, and also to announce that I am starting a new or at least naming the podcast, and it's called, and I know what y'all gonna think, but it's called theeOPSon. If you already know what theeOP means, then it kind of makes sense. But for sure, for a podcast, I think that's a little, befitting for a name, because you'll definitely get my perspective on a lot of things, and we'll just try to keep up to date with the news and see what happens, because I'm not trying to be a doom and gloomer, but definitely definitely 2021 is going to be an interesting year. Like I always talk about with staying ahead of the curve, with a lot of these jobs gone, businesses not able to make money, they don't have those jobs to rehire people, and they just might be oh, this is the excuse we need to go into automation. So, more, robot burger flippers, less human cashiers, because physical money will be played out, oh man, how dirty is physical money? We're going to get sick from it. Coronavirus might be on it, blah, 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 such and such. There's that. And there's one other thing I want to talk about, or, I always kind of hint and stuff like that. What? Yeah. Interesting stuff going on. But you know what I'm saying? You gotta just keep our head up. Is it playing twice? I wonder why it's doing that. I remember it was doing that before, but why is it doing... And why is it playing twice? But whatever. Thank you, Gilliam. But yeah, until next time, YouTube, I'll be podcasting more. Definitely hope that you guys enjoyed this little test stream. I could have been a little bit more serious, try to grab a lot of things that have been happening around the world, but I mean, nothing really too much happens. I guess what's the sperm donors are like in need of like more sperm. Like there's been just like an excess amount of you know, or just a need of sperm donors. That was in the news. All this other interesting stuff about like that at least that galactic cloud thing. I think that's interesting. I just curious as what it pertains to, like I don't know, what, a solar flare or some cosmic radiation that might like affect us. Who knows? But okay, YouTube. I'm going off to Twitch for all those that want to see me there. It is just twitch.tv POV of theeOP.